So if you've been following me for a while, you know that in basically every single cold email strategy, I scrape LinkedIn posts for engagement and send out to those people because I use that as a prospecting signal. And I've heard a lot of demand for this. I've gotten a lot of questions about this workflow. Clay just made this whole process so much, number one, easier to do for anyone to do, and number two, safer. So I'm going to show you the updated workflow that I'm using right now in Clay to scrape post likers, reach out to them and convert them into customers. If you haven't seen the video where I booked, I don't know, 23 meetings in one day, I use this exact workflow, then you can check out that video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this, the easiest way to do this. It's actually so easy and everyone should do this. So let's get started here. Once you're inside Clay, all you do here is essentially you click new and then workbook. And now Clay added is essentially signals. Before you could only enrich data essentially in Clay, but now they've added the option to scrape signals, which is really helpful, and it made Clay a lot more powerful. So how do we actually do this? We're going to find more sources right here, and we're gonna scroll down and we're gonna see where they have here, get interactions with professional posts. That one right here, we're gonna click this one, and now we need to fill out this form right here. Before I go into this, I want to explain sort of why we should do this. So in my industry and my customers, I like to find people or sell to people who are already sending cold emails or doing LinkedIn outreach, because people already doing that can much easier sort of add my SaaS Vina AI to their tech stack than people who aren't sending cold emails or LinkedIn outreach. So I only want people who are sending cold emails or are doing cold outreach. Hence, people who like posts related to cold emailing or LinkedIn outreach, they are very likely to be sending outreach or LinkedIn outreach or cold emailing. So that's basically why this works so well for me. If you're in another industry, well, then you can find other prospects. So if you're selling marketing services to gyms, then you can take a guru or something, Alex Ramosi back in the days, for example, who is posting about gym marketing advice and scrape their post likers. So that's essentially how it works. So now let's go into LinkedIn here and find someone who has posted about cold outreach. So let's scroll on our feed here and let's see what we can find. All right here we have Rosanna D. She has posted here about cold emailing, and I can tell because she uses the Smart Lead Analytics screenshot right here. So what we're gonna do is just take this post link right here, copy the link to the post, add it right here, and now we're gonna click here and copy link to post. Go back to Clay, and then here post URLs, add this, and here you can add as many as you want, and I'll add even more to this once I'm done here to show you that this is real time. You can add as many posts as you want. So here you just need to add the post URLs with comma separated values. Then post interaction times. I'll like to take reactions. Then how to handle duplicate interactions. And here you take essentially what you want here. So one interaction per person, company, or one interaction per person, company per post. I'm going to take this one right here. And then max interaction, I'm going to have this off. And then we simply submit this. Now, what makes this safe? Well, you don't need to add your LinkedIn session cookie, which is key here. When you use Phantom Buster, the old sort of way I used to do this with Phantom Buster, you had to connect your LinkedIn session cookie, which means that you use your own account to scrape post likers, and which is obviously puts your LinkedIn account at risk because scraping is against their terms of service. So if they detect that you're scraping a lot, well, then you risk getting banned. You don't have that problem here. So we add this here, then we simply submit it, and now it's going to create this source here. So if we go to overview now, this is essentially what our Clay table looks like. We have the source here, which scrapes LinkedIn posts that we have entered, and then it will send that to a table essentially with all of the interactions. So let's let this load for about 30 seconds, and we should see this one, yeah, right there. Now you see 86, there we have it. So now we have all of these people already. And what can we do with this information right now? Well, we can start by essentially enriching this right here. So what I'm gonna do is add an enrichment and then just simply enrich person and then take professional URL. So take this one right here, for example, and this is that link. And then we're simply continue to add fields, and let's go for name, title, Clay, organization, Yeah, that's good. What else do we need? We want first name. So let's see if we can find that here. Last name is good to have. Where is first name? Here. Perfect. Save. And then we can run for test 10 rows to just test, see how it works. Boom. So now we have it enriches people. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a formula, and then we're going to essentially filter out people. We only want people who match our ICP. So and then we're gonna take the title here contains founder or, and maybe for like founder or owner. If title contains return, if title contains founder, owner, return true if title contains da da da. Now let's see what it gives us here. Founder, salesperson. Perfect. Output is correct. Now let's see what we have here. So now we have this checkbox here, as you can see. And now if we do this and then run on all rows that haven't run or have errors. And now while this is queuing here and running, now this will give us like run this entire workflow. Then we are going to add a new table here, blank table. And then we're going to add column. We're going to take URL, LinkedIn in URL, add a column here. And we're going to take text, first name, add column, last name. And then we're going to add a column, company name. And that's about everything we need, right? We're going to take this over here. Now go in here again. Now what we're going to do is export here. So then we're going to take send table data and destination, custom table, select table, and let's see what we need to send here. Interaction type, let's take here. Interactor profile, name, we need the first name, last name, org. I think that's good. Perfect. Now we're gonna take this one right here. And now what we're gonna do is only run if we're gonna take this one is true. True. Perfect. Yes, save. Now let's run for 10 rows. Let's see what this gets us here. So now you'll see we have this right here, right? So now we're gonna click this and we can have here, for example, on interactor profile, add as column. Then we take LinkedIn URL, first name, last name. Let's match that to last name. And then we have company name. Let's take that to company name. All right, here we go. So now what we can do here is run a column and run for all rows that haven't run or have errors. And there we go. So now we just get a bunch of people here who have liked this post or have liked the post and matches our ICP. And you can add industry filters to this as well, but I prefer just keeping it simple. So there we have it. And now let's say we want to add another post here. So here you can see the workflow, the source scrapes, add the source here to sort of enrich, qualify, and then send qualified leads to this table right here. So now let's go in here again, and we can, for example, click edit here. And now let's add a comma right here and the space, and let's go into LinkedIn. And now let's find another one right here. So here we have another one mentioning sort of cold email. So we can do this, copy link the post, go into Clay and paste this one. Let's take that. Let's go back to LinkedIn. Let's scroll down. Here we have another one. Let's take this one. Go in here. Paste it. Let's take this one. Now you can find posts here with like thousands of likes. It doesn't really matter. Then submit. And now it's going to create it. We go in here now. You will see now is that we'll add more here. So now we can see that that one is on 2 rows. This one is adding more. This one should go to 3 rows. Now let's say we want to add even more here, just to show you really like how easy this is. Let's actually take my recent post. Follow me on LinkedIn, by the way, if you haven't. So let's take this one right here. Copy, boom, boom, boom. Copy this. Go in here. Mac. So the only thing is you can't edit it while it's running, as you can see there. So now we just need to wait it out. Right, here we go. So now we can go in here, add a comma, put that one in there, submit. Now we will run again. There you see, adds even more and even removes duplicates. So you can see it's growing. About 100 now, 110, right? Just going to, and let's see here now. So now we have 42 leads in here that matches our ICP. Now let's say we want to use this table here. Well, then all we do is we can take like actions, export, and then let's take CSV file and throw it into your sending software for LinkedIn, for example. Take this now, throw this in here. Everything is mapped out, continue. And now let's build like a sequence here. So we can do, for example, if connected, then let's add send connection request, action. Let's take send a message here. All right, so here we have it. Now we have like a quick sequence here. We can just fill out this quickly. So let's add something like that. Doing any LinkedIn or email, and let's do it like LinkedIn. Perfect. And let's take this one here. Perfect. And let's change this one to add something here. Like I'm a 99% sure you're doing a cold email. LinkedIn. That I'm 99% sure. Perfect. And let's take send message again, and let's do this like 30 seconds after. True. Something like that. We can talk about the copy if you want, but nonetheless, there we go. So there we have it. Now we have a nice little campaign right there. We're gonna do confirm sequence, continue to schedule, and we're just gonna map out, and let's do what day is it today? Sundays as well. Yeah, let's do Sundays as well here. And then save, select account, connection request limit per account. Let's do 20 maybe. Let's do 20. So now we have launched the campaign, and now we just wait for the results to roll in. And typically these campaigns perform insanely well. So, talking like maybe 5-6 demo meetings per day. And obviously, like the more followers you have and, the more known you are in your space, the better the results will be. But that's nonetheless like streamlined workflow. It works super well. And this has essentially replaced my entire workflow where I had to like use 3 different tools before. Now I only use 1 tool. Everything inside Clay. And if you want to give Clay a try, then simply have a affiliate button below this video. Use that and donate to me. Thank you. That's it for me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and talk to you soon. Cheers.